Hello, everyone. This is Akata Wester. Thank you for joining us today in the Rose of Venus. In today's episode, it's going to be epic because we have no script. I don't even know how to present this brother, except that I love him and love him. We are both fellow galactic astrologers. That much we have in common. We share a bit of our Chinese heritage,
Mm-hmm.
and we are both very into the mystic, the unknown, the unseen, whatever that is behind the veil. And well, let's present Anthony Lin.
What's up? Hi. Nice seeing you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, for those of you just don't know, Anthony is actually born in America.
Mhm.
And at this moment, for several years, he has been living in China, in Shanghai.
Mhm.
And I was thinking to speak with him in Mandarin.
No, please.
No,
Please
please. So we
no.
save everyone with Mandarin today. We keep on speaking in English.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, just tell us a little bit of you, Anthony.
I'm white trash, obviously, because I'm smoking on this podcast. Um, there's not much to know. I've been doing galactic astrology for over a year now. Before that, I was doing Reiki, tarot, a lot of esoteric stuff, ceremonial magic, blah 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 blah, just a lot of things. And I feel like I'm always trying to find like the next thing, the new thing. I also do soul realignment. Um, More recently, I just kind of don't want to do any of those things at the moment. I don't want to do anything. I want to really focus on me and my physical body, my health, my fitness, all of those things. I feel like I've been sort of in the clouds for the past few years, trying to like bring these energies in. And now I want to integrate it into my life and just kind of inspire people that all the stuff that we do, all the energy work, it all exists for us in the higher realms. And now when we take action, it actually embodies into our experience. And that's the whole point. We came here to have a human experience, not to just fly up in the clouds all the time. We have to actually bring it in, and that's where we see the results, So that's pretty much what I'm focusing on. I've taken a break. I'm kind of rebranding everything, and just I want to focus on, it sounds selfish, but I really want to focus on me right now, completely, 100%. I want to focus on my new home, new apartment, my new life here in Shanghai, and yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, I think that is a very common misunderstanding when we talk about all this unconditional love, Christ consciousness. It's all
Mhm.
about going outward to the others. But we actually can't express that love that we have until we know how to love ourselves completely.
Exactly.
And I think during this process of understanding ourselves, and very often we go to that dark night of the soul where we really face our shadows, our
Mhm.
fears. I personally gone through this process 2 years ago, a little bit last year, and a little bit this year. It's an ongoing process. We never finish.
Mhm.
How you been doing? I mean, like if now you think you are going to dedicate the time for yourself.
Mhm.
Beautiful, beautiful, simply beautiful.
Yeah. With the shadow work, for the past few years, not just few years, I would say most of my life has been a lot of shadow work. I didn't know I was already in the shadows as a kid, kind of working and going through a lot of stuff. And it wasn't until last year when I realized that we can shadow work, but it doesn't have to be hard. It's actually really simple once you find what works for you. There's two ways. There's limitless ways to go about shadow work and working through things. And I finally learned that I don't always have to take the hard route. I don't always have to take the challenging route to get to the same place. I can take the smooth road and that's okay. But I feel like a lot of us practitioners, we throw ourselves into the deep end. We throw ourselves into that sort of Scorpio transformative energy because we want to really transform. We want to do things the fastest way. And we want to feel proud. Like I went through this dark night of the soul. I went through it and I feel really proud of myself, which is great. But for me, I like to call in wisdom. And wisdom tells me if I can get to point A to point B faster, smoother, easier, that's the route I'm going to take. And for me, with everything I've learned in the last, I don't know, lifetimes, for me, with like soul realignment, for instance, that is such a powerful and easy way to really transform your life. It's so simple. Like when I took the course, it really took me from this like messy, chaotic Piscean sort of energy. Nothing wrong with that, but it really gave me the structure and a way to streamline my readings for myself, for other people. And it's also taught me how to structure my life, how to keep things in order in a way where I can choose what am I going to work on today? What's this? What's that? And really be able to place things nicely into my life so that I don't have to feel so overwhelmed by my readings, by anything. Now I've gotten to a point where if I do someone's Akashic record reading, it only takes me 30 minutes. And one thing I want to stress with people is you don't have to put in hours and hours and hours of work to get the same results. It's all about results. If, some people, they're like, oh, yeah, I put in 4 hours into my reports or 5 hours, which I think is beautiful, great. But for me, that's a little bit too long. I like to, I want to streamline and be more efficient. I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours on someone's reading. I don't want to spend hours writing. I used to do that. I used to stay up till 3, 4 in the morning writing people's reports. Going into the Akashic records, it would take me about an hour, 2 hours. Doing the astrology, another 30, 40 minutes. So it was just this long, drawn out, draining process. It was really draining and depleting. So by the time you present this to the client, they just see the tip of the iceberg. They don't see all the energy, all the love, all the light, all the things that you put into the reading because they don't know that part. They only see the 30-minute or hour-long conversation online, but they don't see the hours that we put into it. So I've learned to be able to do the same thing in less time, and it really saves me a lot of energy, and they still get the same transformation, which is huge. So in that way, it actually is energetically equal, exchanging. I'm able to go off and live my life and create my life with the energy that it was received monetarily, whatever. They're able to do the same. So yeah, those are the changes that I'm kind of making right now in my life. And I'm turning away from one-on-one sessions. I'm kind of not feeling aligned to doing one-on-ones anymore. Um, I don't know. I want to do like VIP sort of one-on-one services with people, just people that I really resonate with, that I want to work with. I want to work with. As far as everyone else, I think I've learned so much tips and tricks that I just want to create little mini courses to bring to people if they want to up level certain things. I even have some services to offer to people who are master Reiki. I can up level them as well. And there's just little things I want to kind of create. And I was going to ask you too, did you want to do a little bit of a update on your energy healing? I wanted to ask you if you wanted to do a little empowerment.
Well, one thing with Anthony, we started to get to know each other a little bit more profound was through healing sessions that he given me the honor to do it. And I really understand it's hard for people when you say you get into their body.
Mm-hmm.
It like as long as we talk about Reiki, prana healing, all sorts of holistic modalities that is out there, we as healer, we stay outside. We call in the universe. We perform whatever techniques that we have and we stay outside. And the one I have performed for him is very internal, very profound, and is also somehow is actually hard to explain that I not only tune in with his spirit, his soul, I go into his body.
Mm-hmm.
And by going into there, I see the energies, if there is any implant, which is not his case, and somehow we get to see also we can call it Akashic record because when we get in our bodies, we have our DNA, we have our
Mm-hmm.
memories from,
Yeah, that ancestral DNA.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not
She
only
was
the,
up in there.
yes.
So when you did the body scan, because you told me just to go to sleep, I said no. I want to experience it.
Never listen, never
Yeah.
listen.
So I was lying there and I could feel the tension building in my solar plexus, kind of that I would say the juncture between the solar plexus and the sacral, which has always been an issue for me. And I could feel it. It was tight. It was extremely tight. And I would say it took about 20 to 25 minutes for me to finally feel this release. I wouldn't even, I don't want to say bliss because it wasn't bliss, but it was just relief. It was like, oh, okay, that's nice. It finally felt like something was unlocked a little bit and it was able to just go out because I felt like I have so much energy coming in all the time. And it's so much energy. There's so much work because working with spirits, with deities, with land spirits, all these different energies coming in, attachments, and helping people release them. It's just constantly swarming in. And I allowed it for so long. I allowed these attachments to keep coming. And I had this sort of frequency like, oh, love and compassion, which is beautiful. But at the same time, I'm not a doormat. And you said with the some of the spirits that I was allowing to come in, they decided, oh, let's sit on his shoulders. And I did feel weighed down by it, but I allowed it to happen because I was like, oh, I need to help everyone. I need to help all the spirits, right? All the people, all the clients. But as you know, as I know, some people that we've quote unquote helped or worked with are actually, I would say some of them are incapable of equal energetic exchange,
Mm,
even though they've paid you or anything. Some of them, they want your help, but they actually don't have your best interests at heart as a practitioner. So it was beautiful working with you because we were just doing things for each other. It was free and normal, and it didn't feel like I was getting weighed down. It felt like I was getting energetically supported, which was awesome.
yeah.
So thank you again. I'm still working through it. I'm still, because you said the past few days have been good for meditation. Have you had crazy dreams the past few days?
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I don't remember. These few
Lucky.
days, I sleep stone dead, like pump,
You're just
like
out like
yes, 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 yes. And I think as healer, a lot of us with these compassions, these empath feelings that we have accumulated, and also the guilt that we have, like if I can help, why don't I help? In many
Mhm,
lifetimes, maybe we turn our face around because we have gone through so much. And this
mhm,
lifetime, we say, oh, we are ready to help whatever comes into our sphere.
mhm.
And that drain a lot of energy from us. And even the spirit that are supposed to be all benevolent, all helping. But if we let all these energies accumulate,
Mhm.
you are not your own master any longer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Too
I
many chefs
was
in the kitchen.
I was brushing off everyone. Woo-hoo!
Mm-hmm.
Everyone goes. Anyway, I think it's a learning process for all of us to know that yes, we do help. We do give love. We do give compassion. But first of all, we have to do it for ourselves first.
Mm-hmm.
And with Anthony, I just have these feelings of sisterhood, brotherhood from a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just changed. It's not what I'm doing that's changed. It's more how I'm doing it. I'm still here, like I still love everyone, even the people that screw me over. I still love them. I have love for them, but that doesn't mean I need to help them. I don't need to do anything for them. I can actually say, that was cool, fuck off, get out of my life, pretty much. Because that's the thing is like learning that being of service to others is actually just transforming the self.
Yes,
Because the only problem in this world is a few assholes, right? Everything else runs perfectly. Mother Nature, the plants, the animals. I was watching this video on YouTube about the difference between a jungle and a garden, right? A jungle grows wild and unkempt and chaotic, and people say, oh, there's chaos. No, there's order in that chaos. And it thrives and it grows and it keeps growing. A garden, you leave a garden alone for a couple weeks and it starts to die. You have to constantly upkeep it because you're not letting it be what it's meant to be. And that's
naturally.
what I'm realizing with my clients is allowing them to be who they are. If they're an asshole, so be it. Be an asshole. If they're in service to others, so be it. They're in service to others, allowing them to be authentic to themselves and letting them know it's okay to be that authentic person, whatever the fuck it is. For me to be on here smoking a vape pen, sitting here in my apartment, this is me being myself. I'm not perfect at all. I'm not this picture perfect practitioner who's saying, oh, I'm the healthiest person around. I'm always happy. I'm always high vibe. I'm like, no, this is the real me. I'm human just like everybody else. I'm trying to have this physical experience. And this is the first time in my life where I have the capacity and the ability to do whatever the fuck I want. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to travel, I'm going to visit, I'm going to learn, I'm going to explore all these other healing modalities. And guess what? I'm going to use them on me, on myself. Because when I first, like the galactic astrology course, I didn't take that course with the idea that I was going to be a practitioner. I took that course because I couldn't get a reading from Julia because she was like, nope, I'm done. I'm teaching now. So I said, okay, well, then I'm going to do it myself because I actually don't trust anyone enough to do my reading. So I said, okay, I'm going to learn it. And I got certified and then I just had clients and I started doing it. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to run a business. I didn't know how to go about it. I was in lockdown in Shanghai for like 3.5 months. No, we couldn't leave our apartments. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't even order food. And my dog just had puppies, and one of the puppies chewed the Wi-Fi cord. I had to use my neighbor's Wi-Fi, so I couldn't even do like online live Zooms, really. It was really slow, really bad. So I was just doing written reports. I was like a little Harriet the Spy. Like I was just writing reports till 3, 4 in the morning, like writing it all out. And it was so time consuming. And I've learned so much since then. And the biggest thing I've learned working with other people, being in communities, is just allowing them to be whoever they are, whatever that is. And you can support them as much as you can, right? But at the same time, there is a time for us practitioners, for us friends, for us parents, children, mothers, fathers, whoever we are, to realize when we can't do anymore for them. And now it's up to them. to learn, because I want to empower them. And if that means letting go of the leash, letting go of their hand, letting them be who they are and explore, that's what I'm going to do. And it's so empowering for them because, yeah, sometimes they have no idea what they're doing. But guess what? Neither did I. Neither did you. We don't know what we're doing. None of us have any idea what we're doing at all, but we keep doing it because at the end of the day, we're already fulfilling our purpose, which is having a human physical experience. Just by waking up and being here, you're doing it already. And then you decide, do I want to expand on this? Do I want to do more or not? And that's your choice. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing inherently wrong with anything. If you don't like something, you change it. If you like something, you keep it. Simple. And I would like that simplicity for myself. And prayers to have that kind of simplicity for everyone else as well.
Well, that's wisdom, brother. I mean, like, as healer, as practitioner, as whatever service profession that you have, one thing we all need to accept is we are only one tiny little dot growing in that person's life. We can't push anyone to do anything.
Yeah.
We give what we can, what we have, what we know. But then at the end of the day, after we finish our session, whatever healing that we are giving them, we close. Because then after that, they have to walk their own walk.
Yeah, exactly. They have to actually experience it themselves. We can't experience the healing and the transformation for them.
No.
They have to experience it by taking action. And even for myself, like I do my own soul realignment all the time, to an annoying level. I've actually created my own soul realignment for myself because soul realignment, it focuses on past life blocks, blocks that are restricting you from creating the life you desire now. But I've expanded on that for my own personal practice, which is blocks to your own spiritual practice, your own starting a business, blocks to your own fitness and self-care. That one's a big one I've been doing for myself, clearing my own blocks to self-care and self-love in that higher dimension of me, and then taking action here and bringing it in. And I've noticed myself drinking more water. I eat fresher, healthier food. I'm physically active. I'm outside. I'm walking. And I love taking care of myself now because I'm able to see I can clear these energetically because that's what we love to do, right? Healers, practitioners, we love working with energy. We love meditating. We love going to the Akashic records. But then when it comes to bringing it in, sometimes we're like, oh, that's work. Yep, it's work. But for myself, doing that, it's opened so many doors. Even with my own spiritual practice, I saw myself limiting myself to the ways I connect with the divine, limiting myself, even with like feng shui and vastu, all these different things, limiting myself to, oh, I can only have it in this direction or that direction. Those are limits. And when you change your belief system, you change your own divine truth, then it doesn't affect you anymore because you're not allowing yourself to be affected by where you put your plant or where you have your bed or even the planetary alignments. I think that's one thing that we should all be striving for, is to not have to be affected by these things, but to utilize it energetically to support what we want to do instead of feeling a victim to the planets, a victim to our environment, empowering ourselves to transmute, change our environment and our alignments to whatever we want to express in this life. So that's my huge thing right now. So anyone who wants to do self-care, massage, acupuncture, energy healing, anything you want to do, you choose to do it to energetically support what you want to do. Support your goals. For me, I want to be more embodied in the physical. So that means physical things, yoga, exercise, massage, acupuncture, cupping. Those are the things that I'm doing for myself right now because that's what I want to focus on. And that's what I'm going to do. So anyone else who wants to focus on certain things, you can do anything you want. Anything you want to do. You just have to choose to do it. Clear whatever you need to clear energetically. Take one small action in the physical, and bam, it changes your entire energetic frequency. It really is so easy. It can be so easy. It doesn't need to be so hard. It doesn't need to be a ritual all the time. It can just be one decision, a
Well,
choice. Mm-hmm.
well, I will post this transmission today with just a little summary, and then I see you next week. And I think what I want to close by is sometimes people think that when they look at astrology, they say, oh, that's in my chart. So that's going to happen to me. Oh, that is bad. No, 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 no. Astrology is a potential, it's not a punishment.
Yes.
When you
Mm-hmm.
know there is some obstacle and you walk around it because you know it. And with this, thank you so much. I see you next episode. Thank you.
Bye bye.